Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally, after 3 years almost of sharing my homeschooling journey on YouTube with you guys, telling you why I started homeschooling. I have put off doing this video because anytime you take a stance, you can expect to receive scrutiny or kickback or people get offended. And so I've just really strayed away from sharing, but I am being courageous today and finally sharing with you guys the reasons why I started homeschooling. Now, I want you to know why I started homeschooling and why I continue to homeschool are similar, but there are additional things about why I continue to homeschool that are not on this list, because I did write this list when I made the decision to pull my older 2 kids out of public school. So this list was written about 4 years ago, and I still have it and I've saved it, and I will touch on why I did that. But there will be a part 2 video coming where I share with you why I continue to homeschool, because of course I have learned and grown and changed so much over the course of the last 4 years. But this right here is why I started homeschooling, and I am finally going to share that with you guys today, even though I'm really nervous to do so. So please give this video a thumbs up, even if you don't agree with me on every point, just for the sole fact of being courageous and sharing with you guys like my real true feelings and my heart. Even if you don't agree with me, I would really appreciate your support. So without further ado, let's get into why I started homeschooling. So of course I can't start this video without a disclaimer. And this is a really heartfelt video for me. I was very scared to take my kids out of public school. I was very scared to make a decision that was literally going to change my day-to-day life so drastically. I was very scared of the judgment that I would receive. I was very scared of my capability level. I was scared of it all. Okay, so these are my raw real reasons, my real feelings at that time. Like I said, some of them have changed. There's even more things that I would add to this list now, but that will be in part 2 of this video. This is why I started homeschooling. Now, the disclaimer of this is, I am not saying that you should homeschool your kids if you don't want to or you don't feel led to. I am simply sharing with you why I started. These were the things that were laid on my heart by God that led me to my decision to bring my children home and educate at home. I am not saying that you should do that. I am not saying that your kids are doomed for all eternity if they are in public or private or charter schools. This is simply my heart that I'm sharing with you guys. I also want to add that I love teachers. I think their profession is incredible. I actually do not think that really the majority of homeschooling mothers take their children out of a traditional school setting due to a teacher. It really is more to do with the education system as a whole, but that's another video. So I want to throw that out there. If any of you are teachers, I love you, I support you, I think you do amazing work. And lastly, before I share, I want you guys to know that when I think about motherhood as a whole, and I think that every mom should think of this often, if you are going to sleep at night feeling turmoil or feeling like, so apprehensive, or feeling like the days are slipping away from you and this just isn't what you want for your life or your children's lives, or if you see your kids struggling or suffering for whatever reason, and on your heart you feel a call, answer the call. Do not ignore it, because that is really what it's about. For me as a mom, regardless of how my children end up, when they're 18 and they leave my home, regardless of what careers they go on to, regardless of if they leave my home and they believe the same things I believe, or they live the way that I would want them to live. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is me having the peace as a mother, knowing that I did everything I could do, everything I felt like God laid in front of me for my 4 kids. I will have peace with whatever their choices are in life. That doesn't mean that I won't be sad or I might not disagree or whatever, but I will not blame myself or look inward or think, man, I should have really done that, or I should have spent more time with them, or I should have poured more into their hearts when they were young. I won't have that because I made this choice. So if you are feeling that tug, I encourage you to answer it, because that is what it is about for me. I needed to know that I did every single thing I could to set my kids up to succeed for their lives. And that is a huge reason why I started homeschooling them. So I debated on explaining each of these, but I am not going to explain them. There are too many. This video would be way too long. I cannot remember what homeschooling mom on YouTube that I watched when I was very first thinking about homeschooling. I want to say it was Nikki from A Farmhouse Full, but I am not 100% sure. There were not as many homeschooling moms on YouTube a few years ago as there are now, but I remember one of them, and I think it was her, but I could be wrong, saying to write down the reasons why you homeschool so you can go back to it and you can read it on those really hard days. And then you can also use it as a compass and as a guide when you're feeling the pressure of, am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? Whatever, to look at that sheet and remember the heart behind your homeschool. Because it's not about who can spell fastest and who can do the hardest math problem. Sure, that's all great, but that's not what it's about. So I took that advice and I have saved it because it serves me as a reminder of why I started this journey. So these were written 3-4 years ago. And I will be doing a part 2 of this video on why I continue to homeschool, because like I said, it's changed. So why we are homeschooling, and I'm just going to read this to you guys. Number 1, God called us to it. Number 2, to preserve my children's innocence. Number 3, to prevent early sexualization. Number 4, to avoid peer pressures until they are old enough to withstand them. Number 5, to keep consistency in their classrooms with having one teacher. Number 6, for me to be involved in what they are learning and what they are reading. Number 7, no homework. Number 8, more time as a family working around my husband's work schedule. Number 8, the ability to pause and focus on character training and different behavioral issues. Number 9, the ability to build up their confidence. Number 10, less stress on our family. Number 11, Christ-centered teaching. Number 12, more time and memories with their dad. I've lost count of numbers, so I'm just reading now. The next one, teaching concepts that do not challenge our belief system as Christians in the younger years. The ability to avoid bad peer influences. The next one, the ability to advance their skill level and pull it back where we need to. So basically what I'm saying is the ability to work at their individual levels for each subject. And the last one that I have here is the ability to encourage their individual personalities, their individual gifts that God has given them, their individual interests as they come. And lastly, to spend more time with my kids. These are the reasons I started homeschooling. These are the reasons why I made that scary choice. I couldn't ignore it. I had to have peace when I laid my head on that pillow at night, knowing that I was doing everything I could do. Now, I know some of those you're probably wanting me to elaborate on, but I decided for this video I wasn't going to do that. But I will share in the part 2 of this video, if you guys want to see it, please give this one a thumbs up so I know. I will share why I continue to homeschool, and I will do like an additional onto this. I will say that all of these still ring true, but there are more. There are more reasons why we continue this journey now than when I started, because I had no idea what I was in for. So anyways, thank you guys for letting me be open and honest here. I really did this to encourage any mother out there who is feeling that pull on her heart, maybe for some of the same reasons, maybe for different reasons. Nonetheless, I wanted to be courageous for you so that you would feel like I am not alone. There are other moms who feel this way, and you would feel supported. So I hope that this leaves you feeling that way. I will leave the comment section open for you guys. Please keep it respectful. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.